Okay, everybody, so here we have the Landroid L to the half acre. Now, this is my first time owning one of these, any kind of automatic robot lawnmowers, and I do have to say I'm pretty impressed with it. Now, I'm gonna try and do this video in one take. I'm gonna try not to be too windy either, because I know I don't care for that in videos. So every video I've seen is a big flat yard or a neighborhood yard, which is nice and flat. There's almost no obstacles. Now, I don't have one of those yards. I have hills and mud spots from the dog. I've got tree roots. I have a garden in the center of it, rocks from the puppy here. And I do have to say, this Landroid, once I figured out where all the problem areas were and took care of that, it's doing pretty well. It's a very tough mower. And as you saw in the beginning, if it does decide to get stuck in one spot, it will actually dig itself in until it stops. Here you can see I've got hills and bumps and trees all over the place, and it has been a champ so far. It got stuck under the slide once. It's actually a very safe mower because when you pick it up from the front or the back, it will shut the blade off automatically. Now here we see it going towards another problem area. We'll see what it does. Bumps into it, backs itself up, and off it goes into a new direction. Now I've got a large root right here, which is about 2 inches out of the ground, as you can tell, or can't tell. It has not gotten stuck on that yet. But if we keep going through the yard, you can see hill, slope, some of them are more than 35 degrees, as it says not to have your Landroid take on a hill more than 35 degrees. Over here, it was getting stuck on my makeshift garden. And what I did to take care of that is I just put some logs around in the mushy spots. Once I did that, no longer a problem. I doubled up the wires over here, which you cannot see. Maybe. I doubled up the wires here, so this gives the Landroid a place to cross over the boundary while being blocked around each one of these pawpaw trees. So it won't hit the pawpaws, but it will mow in between all of them and still be able to cross over to the back side of the garden. As you can see here, this was a ditch that I just dug up some cinder blocks from around the ditch and put in a few logs. That prevents the mower from getting stuck in there, and it's not obtrusive to the yard. And while I've been talking for 4 minutes, it's heading over all the way to the other side, and it's still doing an excellent job cutting. Now, it doesn't cut in a straight back and forth pattern. It cuts in a random pattern, much like the vacuum cleaners that you have in your house. And you can see, here's a very large patch of grass. Usually it can overtake them. Sometimes it won't, because this one's a little bit too tall for it. It's pretty big fescue grass, but it will make its way around until it finds a path to be able to get through. Now, one problem that I've got here is I have my mower set down on 2. If I had it set up to 6, it would have no issues cutting right over top of that grass. We'll give it a moment and we'll see what it does. Now here, this is one problem area. What it's done, if you can see, is it's actually dug a hole right down into the grass here. Now that's a hole about as deep as the wheels itself. But that's no issue. We're gonna stomp that down, take care of the hole. We will just lay our Landroid in a different spot. And if you have the L American version, now this is where I had a problem to begin with. I didn't know how to start it from being down in my yard. So we're going to press start. The mower is stopped, and we just press the center button, and it will take off. And back to normal. Here's one last hill, way more than 35 degrees slope. It's taking care of this like a champ. Well, that's it for me. I just wanted to give my opinion on the Landroid L, not be too windy. And I recommend it. I do. It's a very powerful little mower. All right, take care, guys. Enjoy your robot lawnmowers.